Oh, this nostalgia. So intense. What's up, guys? Tommy here, bringing you a bit of Zoo Tycoon gameplay, and I've been meaning to do this one for a while too, actually, but I didn't actually find my, or I couldn't rather, find my game on the hard drive, so I figured, okay, I'll re-download it, and I think I re-downloaded it with the expansions as well, but to be honest, I figured I'd just show you the original. I think the expansions add a few kind of new things like dinosaurs and stuff, but I don't know. I figured I'd just show you the basics of the game with the original version. So pretty much for anyone who's never played Zoo Tycoon before, what you're doing is, as simple as it may sound, you're just making a zoo. So right here I'm building an exhibit which is pretty much going to be designed for, well, let's see if you can guess the name of the animal before I put it in there. Now we got a load of savanna terrain there, we got a little bit of sand, a little bit of dirt, and yeah, pretty much mostly savanna, to be honest. So what you do is you have your zoo full of different exhibits, which obviously you fence around with iron bars or whatever, and you just put in whatever animals you want, pretty much. And for every level you kind of start off with a set amount of animals, like I think there's only like maybe 20 or so you first get. And then as you play through, like as you get more money or like a better zoo reputation or whatever, you unlock more animals, like more endangered species, like for example an emperor penguin or something. So it's pretty cool how it works, and it's pretty rewarding too. Now what I'm doing here is just putting the shelters down. We got a load of trees, we got some rocks in there, and as you can probably tell from the rock I'm about to put down, this is an exhibit built for lions. Now it's pretty cool because it is actually very in-depth as to, you know, the animal's specific needs and, you know, going into actual real details. Like here, you click on the animal facts tab and it goes on about how they're big carnivores, something about hyenas, and they reproduce well in captivity or something. They're not joking when they say that, believe me. You'll see these lions have like 2 babies in this short video, and this was like, what, half an hour of recording? But pretty much you make your money by selling like food and drink and stuff from stands, and I'm just going to build kind of a little human area, I guess, now. So, you know, benches and toilets and drinks machines, all that good stuff. And you also get money from donations, so I guess they'll kind of walk past your exhibit and they'll say, yeah, they look pretty happy, and they'll throw you a few quid in the pot, and that's pretty much how you get your money from there. The other way is you actually end up getting a lot of money by selling your animals. So if you have an animal like a lion, which seems to constantly be wanting to make babies, you just sell the babies, or I guess wait till the babies grow up and sell the adults, or whatever you feel like. But it's a pretty good concept for a game, and definitely a very addictive sim once you get the hang of it. Now this is kind of the free edit mode kind of thing, where, or sandbox mode if you like, from Rollercoaster Tycoon. But pretty much what you do is you get given a map, so any kind of basic map you want. This one's just covered in grass. I don't know why I picked the grassy map, because I never build kind of grass themed creatures. I normally go for like either savanna or like jungle type creatures, but hey, whatever, pick whatever map you like, and you put in your exhibits, your animals, your zookeepers who do all the feeding and stuff, and your tour guide, your mechanic, whatever. Put them all in there and just see how much money you can make from your zoo, pretty much. And you just kind of keep growing it as you get more funds, keep unlocking more animals and stuff. And Jesus Christ, how many ferns do these things want? Are these ferns? Yeah, rainforest fern. I was amazed at how many ferns these guys could actually put up with. I would have got bored after about 10, but yeah, what you got to do is if you click on the kind of zookeeper helping icon thing after you've clicked on an animal, it'll tell you what this animal actually wants. So if you just stick it in some random exhibit just full of grass or whatever, it'll probably say something along the lines of, there is too much grass in this exhibit, there is not enough sand, there are not enough trees, there are not enough rocks, or whatever. So apparently there's too many shelters in this one. It is a bit fickle on these kind of things sometimes, but well, I put an extra shelter in just for babies, you know? I guess it works. So in a sec, I'm going to move on to the actual scenario, which is actually pretty challenging. I mean, there's a selection of different scenarios which kind of progressively increase in difficulty, and they're pretty damn fun. I mean, it does give you the kind of feeling that you are some kind of big shot zoo manager and you're saving all the creatures of the world and you're also making money from a zoo, so that's pretty cool. Here's the research thing, and you pretty much just choose what you want to research and it'll pick, like, I don't know, endangered animals or new trees to research or whatever. And I know that with the expansion you get a load more stuff like dinosaurs, and you know, I was going to show you some dinosaur footage, but I also have kind of a plan to do a in retrospect episode on Operation Genesis, which is a Jurassic Park game on the PC, kind of similar to this but themed purely around dinosaurs, so I'll probably do that instead. Now here's the scenario here. I think this is the first level where pretty much all you do is you get given these 3 exhibits, and yeah, it's pretty simple. All you do is choose the animals, you stick them in the right exhibits, and by doing that you get a load more unlocked, so it just kind of breaks you into the game pretty slowly. It's pretty well done. Now of course the tutorials are fun and the sandbox mode is also very fun, but being Zoo Tycoon, there is one thing you always have to do. Royal Rumble! I was just going to cut off the video there, but I have more stuff to say. So, what you can do here is, if you really feel like it, stick every animal you possibly can, after doing the money cheat of course, into an exhibit, and you stay paused while you're adding them, and you pretty much just watch and see what happens. I mean, there's nothing more to say to it. But Zoo Tycoon, a really great game. I imagine it can run on pretty much any computer because it is pretty old, and you can always find torrents for this thing lying around. Pretty small file, I think, maybe like a couple of 100 meg or something. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you enjoy these in retrospect videos, feel free to leave me a like rating and a comment and all that good stuff, because it does motivate me to make more of these, and I do definitely enjoy making these. They do take a lot more effort in terms of editing and recording and stuff, but I don't know, they're pretty fun. And look at that, I got an award. Diverse species. That's very true. I'm sure people will be thrilled to come along and see the diverse species battling it out to the death in this kind of arena here, but yep, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm just going to leave the rest of this playing, I guess, until the end for comic value. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.